What if the biggest thing holding you back from massive success isn't your talent, your brilliant ideas, or even how hard you work, but simply who you don't know? Think about this. Some studies show that up to 85% of all jobs are filled through networking. That means most opportunities to get ahead might be totally invisible to you right now. Imagine starting today, right this second, with zero influential contacts. It's feeling like you're just shouting into an empty room. Now, picture this instead. In just a few short months, your career or business absolutely taking off. Doors you never knew even existed swinging open for you. All because you learned the secret to strategically building powerful connections. I've seen this kind of transformation happen over and over again, and not by luck, but by using learnable strategies. I'm here to show you exactly how you can do this. How you can go from being overlooked to being in demand, from feeling disconnected to becoming a key player in a vibrant network that's actively working to help you succeed. This isn't about schmoozing or being fake. It's about building real, genuine relationships that act like capital for your career. So why all this fuss about connections? Because in our super connected world, your network really is your net worth. Skyrocketed success isn't just a cool phrase. It's what actually happens when you have the right people cheering you on. Imagine walking up to a flood of opportunities instead of always being on the hunt. Picture having influential allies who champion your cause, mentors who show you the ropes, and collaborators who take your projects to the next level. This is about so much more than just a better job or a bigger business. It's about fast-tracking your entire life. For instance, executives with strong networks tend to drum up 2.5 times more business opportunities. And startups with solid connections, they're reportedly 78% more likely to get funding. This is the kind of boost that turns slow, painful progress into a super fast climb. We're talking about creating a future where your potential is fully unleashed. You're way more visible, and your success story gets written much, much quicker. It's about building a rock solid support system that pushes you forward in your work and in your life. Okay, before you even dream of reaching out to anyone, we've got to tweak your mindset. The old way of networking, collecting business cards like our trophies, and only thinking what's in it for me, that's totally outdated. The real currency of connection today is being authentic and genuinely wanting to give. People can smell a transactional motive from a mile off, and it's the quickest way to build a shaky, useless network. Instead, start thinking about the value you can offer. Ask yourself, how can I help other people? What can I do for their goals? Can I share some useful information or make a helpful introduction? This isn't about being a selfless saint. It's what I call strategic generosity. When you genuinely want to offer value, you build trust. And trust is the absolute foundation of any strong relationship. People are naturally drawn to those who are sincere and helpful. Switching from a me first to a we first attitude turns networking from a total drag into something rewarding, where everyone grows. Remember, your professional reputation is built on these real interactions. You're not just trying to get something, you're trying to build something that lasts. This real interest in others and what they do creates connections that are way more valuable over time than those quick, self-serving chats. Think of it like planting seeds. The more value you put on there, the more opportunities you will eventually harvest. Harvey Mackay wrote a book titled Dig Your Well Before You're Thirsty. Now, you don't have to rush to read the book, but the title itself should tell you. Networking and building connections is not a sprint. It should be a way of life. All right, mindset sorted. Now, let's get smart about who you are connecting with. Don't just spray and pray hoping to hit someone useful. Instead, think like an architect designing a really strong support system. Who are the people who can genuinely help you move forward? We're talking mentors, industry leaders, potential collaborators, people who will sing your praises, or even peers who are on a similar journey. There is an important qualifier to this point which I'll come to in a minute. Start by getting super clear on your goals. Are you aiming for a promotion, trying to grow your business, or just want to learn more? Your goals will tell you what kind of connections you need most. Online platforms like LinkedIn are fantastic for finding and researching professionals in your field. They're like gold mines. But don't just stop there. Industry events, conferences, webinars, and workshops, whether they're online or in person, are amazing for actually meeting people and getting beyond just a profile. Even niche online forums and discussion groups can be great spots to find people who think like you. Think about joining professional associations or alumni networks too. The main thing is to be targeted. Quality beats quantity every single time. A few strong, mutually beneficial relationships will always do more for you than a massive list of contacts you barely know. And hey, now there are even AI tools that can help you find relevant professionals based on shared interests or goals, making it easier to pinpoint those key individuals. So you have pinpointed your key people. Now, how do you actually make that first contact without it being super awkward or feeling like you are bugging them? The secret is personalization and showing genuine interest. Generic messages, they are the fastest way to kill a potential connection. In fact, personalized connection requests are way more likely to get a yes. Before you hit send or walk up to someone, do a little homework. What are they working on? What have they posted or achieved recently? Find a real point of connection. Maybe you share an interest, know someone in common, or you genuinely admire something specific they have done. When you do reach out, whether it's an email, a LinkedIn message, or an in-person intro, mention that specific thing. It shows you have actually put in some effort and not just spamming them with a template. For example, instead of a boring "I'd like to connect," try something like, "I was really impressed by your recent article on X, especially your thoughts on Y. I'm also really interested in this area and would love to connect." Lead with curiosity, not your CV. If you're at an event, have a quick way to introduce yourself ready, your elevator pitch. But honestly, focus more on asking good questions and really listening. Some of you may be familiar with the principles of our interview Aikido technique. You should make that a way of life and practice it in your networking. Active listening is a networking superpower. It makes people feel heard and valued, and that's how you build rapport and trust. Your first goal isn't to get something, it's just to start a conversation and lay the groundwork for a possible relationship. Making that first connection, that's just a step one. The real magic, the stuff that leads to that skyrocketing success, happens when you nurture those connections. Networking doesn't stop after the first chat. That's when it truly kicks off. Consistent follow-up is so important. After you meet someone or have a good interaction, send a personalized follow-up message within 24 to 48 hours. Reference something specific from your conversation. It reinforces the connection and shows you are genuinely interested. But nurturing is more than just that first follow-up. Think long-term. How can you keep offering value to your network? Share articles that you think they find interesting. Congratulate them on their wins. Offer help or insights without expecting anything back right away. Keep your network warm by engaging regularly, not just when you desperately need something. This doesn't mean you have to bother them daily. It's about thoughtful, occasional contact. Maybe keep a simple list of your contacts with a few notes on where you met and what they are really into to help you personalize future interactions. Remember, relationships take time to grow. This steady effort to stay in touch and offer support is what turns a list of names into a powerful, loyal network that will be there for you when you need it. You know, studies suggest that around 80% of truly meaningful professional relationships come from good follow-up. So you have put in the work and built a network based on trust, authenticity, and helping each other out. Now, how do you actually use it to speed up your success? This isn't about aggressively using people, it's about respectfully tapping into the relationships you have built. When you have a specific need, maybe you need advice or an introduction, feedback on an idea, or you are looking for a new opportunity, you can now reach out to the right people. Because you have invested in these relationships, they will usually be more than happy to help. Just be clear and respectful about what you're looking for. Be specific. If you are on the job hunt, let your network know what you're looking for and the kind of role you're after. Remember, so many jobs are filled through referral before they even get advertised. Your network can give you a heads up on openings and make those crucial introductions. For business growth, your connections can lead to partnerships, client referrals, and even funding. Don't be shy about asking for help, but always be mindful of their time and always offer to return the favor. And maybe the most important thing, actively look for ways to connect people within your network who you think would benefit from knowing each other. Being a go-to connector for others really boosts your own standing and reputation within the network. This kind of proactive engagement combined with a strong, well-nurtured network is what creates that skyrocket effect suddenly. Opportunities start finding you. Now I can almost hear some of you thinking, this all sounds great, but I am an introvert. Networking events totally drain me. And the thought of cold outreach is terrifying. Let me put your mind at ease. Actually, introverts often have secret superpowers for building deep, meaningful connections. You're probably a great listener and prefer quality conversation over a lot of superficial chit-chat, right? So focus on one-on-one interactions or small group settings where you feel more comfortable. Use online platforms where you can take your time to write thoughtful messages. The strategies we talked about, being authentic, offering value, showing genuine curiosity, these things play right into introverted strengths. It's about the quality and sincerity of your interactions, not how many people you talk to or how loud you are. Start small, just be yourself, and focus on building a few strong relationships. That's way more effective than trying to be someone you're not. So let's quickly look back at how you build connections that can truly skyrocket your success. It all begins with a big mindset shift, focusing on being authentic and giving first. And then you strategically figure out who the key people are that line up with your goals, and you approach them with genuine, personalized interest. You carefully nurture those connections with consistent follow-up and by always looking for ways to offer value. And finally, you learn to respectfully call on this powerful network to help push you forward. Seriously, imagine putting these steps into action. You are no longer stuck on the outside looking in. You're connected, you're influential, opportunities aren't just randomly appearing, they are being created for you. All thanks to the power of professional and personal connections you have strategically built. Okay, we've talked a lot about investing the time and strategically building a network. We talked about being very targeted about this, but I'm afraid that sometimes we go about this while ignoring an enormous asset you already have. You heard me talk about the significance of trust more than once. Well, trust isn't built overnight. I don't know about you, but in my case, if I close my eyes and think about who I trust most, the people that come to my mind are among friends I grew up with, some of my relatives, and then friends and colleagues I have known for years. When my cousin, who worked all his life in retail, introduced a bunch of my clients to the CEOs of the companies they were interested in, I was inspired to expand my view of connections to OPN, or other people's network. In fact, I was so inspired that I developed an entire course detailing how you can accelerate your success through OPN, as I have done myself. So while it is important to be targeted and focus on the type of people you want to connect with, don't be too tunnel vision about how you could get there. You need to train the people in your broader network like a sales manager training her team. You need to educate them about the product, train them on how to present you, and measure their performance. You will find out that like anything else, your broader network follows the 80-20 rule. That is 20% of the members will bring you 80% of the results you're looking for. But for now, let's go back to the topic of building new connections. The best time to start building these connections is right now. Don't dig your well when you're thirsty. Take one small step today. Think of one person you would like to genuinely connect with, or one way you can offer value to someone you already know. What's your biggest networking challenge at the moment? Drop it in the comments below. Let's learn from each other. And if you found this helpful, please give this video a like, subscribe for more strategies to speed up your success, and share it with someone who could use this message.